we are back. So, last we left off, the crew somehow managed to escape the sanctuary. Relatively free and clear, relatively. You do have somehow, some way, you have attained both Nyarla and Morak. Despite it being a very much uphill scenario. One that probably in your prime, after a long rest would have been able to handle easily, not so much in your much more weakened state that you were all in. However, none of you really succumbing to like extreme madness, at least to the point that it was super detrimental to everyone else. And thank God Mo didn't roll worse than he did. Because he doesn't have a lot of sanity left, guys. I just want to let you know. He only has 2 points. And if he loses any, he's like on the verge of being dead. I don't want to kill him when Dan's not here. At least wait for him to come back one episode. Regardless, though, everybody is currently submerged underwater in the tunnels below Zinmith. You guys are moving as fast as you can. And interesting enough, Rogar, you guys are moving somewhat upwards. This is the same direction you traveled. It was a very subtle decline before. Now you're going the opposite. And I'll say Velree, because Velree rolled so well on her athletics check, even though she's at half speed. She's kind of leading the way right now. And Velree breaches water. And she's out into just a tunnel. The tunnel that you guys came in. She's out on her feet, kind of looking around. You're somewhat near the remains of the Zinmith pursuers that followed you down here, that you guys butchered before you moved on into the temple. And their bodies are kind of scattered nearby. She kind of breaches, and then the rest of you breach shortly afterwards. And the one thing you do notice is that the water is slow. It's slow, but it is rising behind you still. What would you guys like to do?
I'm assuming we're going to continue to move on.
Okay.
Especially if that tide's rising.
All right. As you guys are moving forward, at least moving in the direction of the junction, on the way there, Marble's in the back.
Can I slap Marble with a heal while we're moving?
Sure, yeah.
That's allowed. Okay,
like
I'm gonna hit him.
Spell slot
Cure
or
wounds. A spell slot.
How much?
It's 2d8 plus 5. Oh, holy shit! So he gets 19 hit points back.
You kind of.
I'm serious about that ass.
Grab a hold of his shoulders, whisper out a little song into his ear, and he's like, "Oh." You see, he has like a massive. It looks like one of the claws went through his back.
Massive what? Oh,
massive hole in his back from when he was bleeding.
I'll put that to good use later. I'm kidding.
And it begins to close, not completely close. He's still bleeding from multiple places, which is interesting because his outside skin is very much rock, but there is flesh underneath. It's kind of a weird scenario, and so I don't know how disturbing that is to Zune or not, but it's like a living statue. But it looks like some of it's beginning to reknit and refold, and he's, oh, thank you, Zune.
Just smack him on the ass. We'll keep going.
I fear my men probably didn't make it. But what's the plan as you guys are all moving?
I think this is the plan. And we're going to just escape.
I'll be honest with you, I was not suspecting that. What was that? Does anyone know?
I'm gonna look at Trist and just, Trist? Any ideas of what the fuck that was?
That was our ticket to get on the ship and get out of here.
You heard the man.
Okay, well, I'll need to I'll need to take a moment when we get the chance. I need to send word to my second.
Better get to getting.
I need to stop somewhere. As you guys are all like running still.
Yeah.
How long is that gonna take?
It'll take me just maybe a moment, a minute maybe.
Gonna wait until we're outside.
Oh, are we going outside?
Eventually, I imagine. The ship's outside, right?
I mean,
Ah.
I certainly hope so. What direction are we taking right now?
We're back at the junction.
I'll say that you guys have made to the junction at this point. Yes.
We need to decide if we're going to try to run as we are, or
Go to the
try
sea.
to find a place to lick our wounds.
The water's
Concern
still
is
right
if-
behind us, right?
Yeah, the concern is if we take too long,
you guys
they're
are
gonna
you guys are
catch up to
running.
us.
You didn't see you can't you far outpaced the rising tide as far as you know. You're not sure how far it's going to rise or not. You have no idea. But as of right now, you guys are in somewhat dry scenario.
We're not gonna have water breathing much longer.
And I feel like we might be in a race to get to the ship before they get to it and keep us trapped here.
Just give me a moment. I'll at least contact him. And he pulls out a scroll. It's at this point that you guys may notice that he has a small satchel that he reaches into. And Trist, I mean, you're a magic man. You're a magic man. Give me an Arcana check, Trist, as he opens his satchel. $22.
No, hold please.
Oh, that's right. Disadvantage.
22.
22. Still really good. Trist, as you kind of glance in there, you see a few spell scrolls. First off, Trist, and you also see about 3 or 4 potion bottles. One of them is empty. The other 2 you recognize as a form of water breathing potions that apparently he keeps on himself. One of them is empty, so it looks like there were 3. Might explain how he was able to do everything he wanted to do. Not the same as you guys, though. All right. He takes a moment and he unrolls a scroll, begins to speak some words in a language I don't think any of you are familiar with. Primordial, anybody? No?
How long have we been running? How long is this whole battle taken?
By the time you get to the junction, about an hour or so is going to pass. Maybe a little bit more.
An hour. Okay, and I need to roll for, I forgot, drugs.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get that out of the
Make
way.
a Constitution saving throw, please.
Damn. Please. Oh, yay. 17.
You managed to hold off, Zune. The DC is raised for you, should you take more. Ever.
What is my new DC?
The old one was... Hold, please. God damn it. Why is my D&D Beyond not opening? There it goes. It was a wisdom save.
That would have just made it an 18.
An 18, yeah. So it's fine.
Plus
You still
2.
passed. Sorry, I said con. It's actually a wisdom save, and the DC was 12. Now the DC is 13.
Okay. All right.
For you. That's how you get hooked on drugs. Gets harder and harder to resist eventually. So, all right. Okay. So so Marvel takes a moment, and as he's talking, let me pull up my stuff here. You hear him. He comes sit down. If just keep watch. I'll make this as quick as I can. Speak some words in primordial, and the scroll begins to ignite around the edges and crumbles. And his eyes kind of glaze out for a moment. They kind of turn completely white, and he begins to speak audibly. He's going to say, Krudak, please tell me you've secured the vessel. You guys can't hear the response. Unfortunately, only he can hear it. Damn it. Well, there's good news and bad news, friends. So he kind of stands up. Good news. Krudak thought it pertinent when the tides began to rise to take the vessel. Bad news. They couldn't stay at port. He said that they had to cut their way to it, and they sailed down the coast.
Any particular direction?
He said to the west.
Okay. All right, so that's toward the refinery.
So we can. I have another scroll. We can ask him to meet us somewhere, or tell him to stay somewhere, and we could go to him. Those are kind of our options here.
Okay, so the tunnel that led out to the Temple of Dagon, that was in the center of town. If we ran straight down from there, that would be where the port would be, where I guess they stole the ships. So if I understand correctly, the tunnels that we were taking, we hopped from Mall to the area where they attacked that priestess of Boel that we saved, and the prisons and all that, the mines, down past a little area that led straight out to the coast, and then further down to this thing that we just ran away from, right?
So the tunnels lead to a few places. The tunnels, let me pull up my map real fast.
I guess I can pull up my map too.
I can get rid of that map right now because I don't need it for now. All right, the tunnels. So the tunnels lead to the mall refinery. They lead to the de facto prison / sacrificial chamber where you guys rescued everybody. They lead to the mall manor. They lead to the esoteric order of Dagon. And then there's another tunnel that you do not know where it goes. All you remember is Memnon telling you it leads to the sea.
Yeah, he said it led to the sea, and I believe it was the tunnel just before the one that made it to, and since we're working from west-east, then it would stand to reason that they would be along the lines for that coastal tunnel. If we want to take it, I mean,
you have so much now. All he said was it leads to the sea. You have no idea where it might let out to.
That's true. And I make bad decisions, so you guys do a coin toss on whether or not you want to follow me, or you want to take that as like we should not use that tunnel at all.
What's the decision going to be?
I don't know what we got to lose. I said we just take the tunnel.
Let's do it. Let's make poor choices as a group.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, are you guys immediately doing that, or are you guys going to try to rest?
How far away has he sailed already? Do we know that?
He sailed as soon as the tide was rising, which was why you guys were in the church. So an hour has passed.
Yeah.
He's down the coast somewhere.
So at least takes an hour to get back.
Mm-hmm.
And depending on how long it takes to traverse the tunnels.
Mm-hmm.
And that's if he wants to try to sail back into the port.
That's up. I mean, you guys are making the decisions.
I know. I'm just talking it out. We just need to decide if we are going to try to board the ship in town or try to go depending on where this tunnel leads out, down the coast into the wilderness areas around the map, and try to find a place that we can.
What time of day? What time of day is it roughly?
It should be midday, shouldn't it?
You guys are getting it would be like somewhere around noon, 1-ish.
They're not very active in the day. and they can't see very well. It'd
And
probably be
Memnon went
disadvantaged.
somewhere.
Memnon did go somewhere.
They'd probably be disadvantaged at perception like me. The bad ones.
My only thought process too is if we move down the tunnels towards the sea, these tunnels have been used regularly, correct? Or
Mm-hmm.
maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe I just don't know. We need to head down the tunnel, but my thought process is that I guess these things use this tunnel too. These creatures use the tunnel as well, and they seem to have a very good business or trade with others like them from the sea. So this
That's a
could
good
be their
point.
main transport hub from the refinery here
Could be.
towards the sea.
And there is no good way for us to get out of here.
No.
I know. I just want to be prepared for what could be coming. Like if we head down this path.
Right.
The better question is,
are
you guys going to attempt to rest at some point, or are you guys just going to try to just keep pushing on?
Rogar would like to rest, but we'll take the role of the party, whatever they want to do. I've got, we've got 2 barbarians, a wizard, and a
Well, let's be honest.
bard.
You have a barbarian and you have another person that can't rage.
Yes. Well, I won't be able to rage after this either.
Oh, well, so you have 2 people that can swing stuff.
Mhm.
So,
Well, I won't be able to rage. I know everyone else spent on spells, so
them
then we're just
them
relying.
still swinging weapons is they're just a fighter now instead of a barbarian.
Mhm.
It's still pretty good.
I mean, it's better than
Better than nothing.
But we all still have every one of it, almost every single one of us, or multiples of us, have disadvantage on rolls.
Mhm.
I don't know.
So push it.
Well, I say we just we'll start moving down the sea path,
Tunnel.
and decide. I guess once it gets close to nighttime, we'll see. I guess we'll see how long it takes to start moving.
They know we're here. They know where we are. Sit around and wait too long, they're gonna find us.
So you're going to start heading down the sea route. Okay.
Yeah.
You begin to move down the seaward tunnel, the mystery tunnel. You have no idea where it goes. This one is a little bit wider than the rest of the tunnels. About 5 or 10 feet wider. As you guys are moving, about 30 or 45 minutes pass, and then you see the rest of the tunnel is completely submerged in water. Do you keep pressing on?
Well, we're only going to have water breathing for so much longer. So if we want to do this path, we need to book it.
You know how much longer?
How long have we been using this water breathing? Like we used it right before.
You've been using it for a little while.
Right before we went into that cellar outside of Maul's place. How long has it been since we've killed Maul?
You guys are probably somewhere at the like 6 or 7 hour mark. You guys might have like maybe 1 or 2 hours left.
Well, if there's no volunteer, then I will pop in first just to check it out.
Who else looks like they're just beaten to shit?
Well, let's see here. You guys haven't even taken a short rest. Moog.
I've got no short rest. So I did left stuff anyway.
Yeah, Moog's at like half health. Velree can use a little bit. She's probably okay. I can't.
I assume Zune needs it the most.
Yeah, Zune's probably
Oh,
fucked
okay.
up.
Then I'll heal myself. Hooray. Let's see.
Are we going to keep venturing forward? I need to give word on our decision.
I
Do we
believe
need?
that's
Do we want him to sail back?
Perhaps somewhere off the coast and we can meet him. I don't know how wise it is to have him sail back into the port.
Very well. How will we get there, though?
We'll have to
We're going to swim.
or walk once we get out into the wider ocean and hopefully walk along the coast.
Okay. Very well. Are we still venturing down this tunnel?
Sounds like it.
So,
Right. You guys have. I'll be generous and say you guys have 2 hours of water breathing left. You keep venturing down this tunnel. I'm going to say you cover another hour, and you're still not to the end of it. Do you keep pressing on, or do you turn back? Because it is decision time. Because you're at the point that if you don't turn around, you're not getting back without possibly drowning. You could also be almost at the edge of the tunnel. You could almost be wherever it lets out.
Exactly.
That's up to you.
Let's see.
then there's 2 other potions. There's 3 other potions. No, 2 other potions.
So
0. Oh, well, 2 with marble.
yeah,
Marble.
Marble has 2 potions for, let's count, Nyarla, Zune, Rogar.
Nyarla and Marble both use theirs
Oh, yeah, you're right.
later.
You're right. Nyarla's good.
Mhm.
Water breathing only lasts. Let me make sure, because it's different from Alter Self.
Oh, yeah, it's water breathing.
Yeah, let me check real fast. I think it might only be an hour. It might be 8 though.
That's a case, then they've already used them.
1 hour. So for Marble to
He's-
travel with you, he would have had to have already used 1. He has 1 left.
Okay. Oh, shit. Well, so we have 0, basically.
Basically, yeah.
Well, then we don't have a choice. We had to press forward and just pray. But it's
Yeah. Out there
That's
into
fine.
that Boel
Otherwise, we
loft.
drown.
We're-
probably late for night playing dress.
I just want to make sure we're all agreeing to keep going.
We're all
Yeah.
agreeing to keep going.
Okay.
We die back there, we die over here. We're just
With that, all right. Well, this is what's happening. This is happening. Moving into uncharted territory, blindly swimming down this
dancing lights.
very dark, deep tunnel.
Dancing lights. If I'm allowed to use
Trying
dancing.
to look for
Okay.
any kind of cave or offshoot I could see
Okay.
too. Maybe that.
Give me a perception
Possible.
test, Rogar.
And if anyone would be okay with me using dancing lights, because I don't want to be like, hey guys, we're right here, but I can move it 120 feet out.
Sorry, 8.
8. You're starting to panic, Rogar, because another 45 minutes passes and you guys are still in this tunnel. You're still moving. You know, you have a good sense of time. You guys are on the verge of running out of the ability to breathe in this environment. The only ones
Not
that'll
Velree.
be okay, Moog and Velree. The rest of you
Moog and Velree,
guys
No.
are not going to be doing okay here in a moment.
I mean, I always said Moog would outlive
Okay.
everyone else in the party.
Moog's just like waving you guys on. Velree's swimming. Velree's still sluggish though. She's still at half speed. As you guys keep moving forward and forward, you get to the point where you see ahead. There is an opening.
God, I'm thinking like a physical head, just like
there's
floating.
a dim glow ahead, and I say glow because there is a glow ahead, whereas before there was no light. I'm assuming are you guys rushing forward, or are you guys tentatively coming out? Are you
Yeah, I'm assuming
risking
we're rushing.
are you risking stealth, or are you guys just going for it.
We're talking glow like anglerfish glow bob glow.
You're not sure.
seen
You
plenty
see,
to say.
you see a glow ahead.
I'm assuming we're rushing. Doesn't matter if we stealth. Too many people disadvantaged.
You guys
Doesn't
moving
matter.
forward, moving
That's a good
forward.
point.
We're probably getting close to running out of air anyways.
You guys are moving. You push out. You guys have 10 minutes of air at this point. You push out into a wide open cave structure. It looks like a honeycomb hive of just tunnels everywhere. And you see that there are strange runes chiseled all along the rocks, as if you're in some kind of like central junction passageway that goes in God knows how many directions. And there are dim glows of these runes that are growing with like a green bluish light. There are strange metallic devices that have been attached at certain points to the walls that look alien and out of place amongst the other bizarre architecture. Reminiscent of some of the stuff you've seen in Zenmyth, but far more removed. Perhaps older even. And as you look around, you might have been awestruck have you not been in such a panic. And you see it goes up, up, up. And at the very top, there's just a pinprick of light at the top, as it is still daylight outside. You think that is your exit. And I'm assuming you guys begin to try to swim up at this point. You swim, I mean, it's like a honeycomb hive of just tunnels everywhere. Large, small, some of them kind of like at weird angles. And it's almost like you're inside of a coral reef of some kind. And as you guys begin to swim up, Trist, what's your passive perception?
19.
Trist, as you're kind of looking out, you notice there are aspects of some of the tunnels as you're passing by that look like perhaps they're not tunnels at all, perhaps they're dwellings of some kind. They don't look deep, they look like they just have a little bit of structure to them. And as you're kind of looking, you see movement every now and then in some of the tunnels as you guys are swimming upward as fast as you can. And before you guys get to the surface, because this is how deep down you are, your time limit expires and you guys are all beginning to drown. And we're going to have to make athletics checks to swim to the surface.
You can't hold my breath now? I can just...
You're going to hold your breath.
Okay.
What's your constitution modifier, Trist?
2.
2. You can hold your breath for 2 minutes, Trist. That's how long you got.
I mean, that's about how long I can hold in real life. Maybe.
Rogar, what's yours?
5.
5 minutes. What's yours, Zoom? 1 minute for Zoom. Marvel has got 4 minutes. Let's see.
He has another water. Doesn't he have another water breathing potion? I guess he
you're
doesn't
right.
Waste it.
No, it's wasted. At this point, he had enough to just make it, guys. So for what is Moog and Velree, you're fine. Who else am I making it for? That's it. So
Yeah,
Zoom
should be fine
is
too.
the outlier here. As you guys are swimming towards the surface, I need some athletics checks from Zepati.
If I could.
That's a 0 from Zoom.
Failed it.
14 from Rogar.
God.
That's
A lot of spinning.
3 for Trist. Let me roll for Moog real fast. He doesn't really
He's
need
not-
to,
I was going
but
to say
it's going to be him keeping pace. It's an 8 for Moog. Velree. That is a 25. So Velree's actually pulling slightly ahead. Moog's slightly farther behind. The rest of you are are not keeping up. Rogar, was yours a 14, Rogar? Was that right?
14. Yeah.
Okay. Rogar's doing okay. Zune and Trist are starting to fall behind. And as you're starting to fall behind, you're beginning to panic a little bit. Bad paddling. Zune's almost on the verge of darkness, encompassing, almost like the bubbles coming out of his mouth. Marble rolled a natural 1. Marble's right next to Zune, just like
But he can breathe.
He's starting to freak out as well. He's starting to freak out.
But he's still breathing.
He's still breathing for now. Zune is one roll away from beginning to drown. Okay. You guys have to make. You guys are 2 minutes away from the top. So you guys have to basically each one of these rolls is going to be a 1 minute increment. So this is going to be Zune pushing himself to the next one at this point. So go ahead and make me another round of athletics checks.
Assuming Zune is like somewhere around me.
Yeah, you failed as well. So it's somewhere, yes.
Well, I haven't rolled yet.
Well, Mo.
I know there's a way I could like help Zune. I don't know if that's possible.
I think I'm gonna die.
I think you have to worry about yourself.
Yeah, just
Well,
No, I know Velree.
I mean,
I know Velree and the other two would help.
They will.
They could.
And they will. Their checks are good enough to help. So let's see here.
I'd help him carrying Nyarla.
Yes, you are. And somebody's got to be carrying Morag.
Oh, that's true. I guess Moog's carrying Morag.
Okay, so Moog's
Yeah,
got
he's
Morag.
dragging
That leaves Velree free. And let me
Yeah.
roll for natural 20 on Marble. So Marble actually. So we'll say this: Marble suddenly gets a burst. He grabs a hold of Zune's back and begins. Gets the next minute up. Gets you the distance, Zune. However, you are in the process of drowning. You're gonna have to make another check or be rendered unconscious.
Okay.
Same thing with Tristan Varel.
yes, another athletics.
Trist, you're at the breaking point now. You need to make another check
I'm
to
dead.
not go unconscious at the bottom.
Yes.
I do not do well. Hopefully, I got all my.
That was a
bad rolls
high
on
one.
one.
That was a high one.
Okay.
That was a
Well,
9.
So Velree's going to turn
job.
around and grab a hold of
It was
Trist
double digits.
and going to take you the rest of the way. Let me roll for Moog. So everybody made their third check, right?
Oh, no, I haven't yet.
Okay, go ahead and make yours. And then let me make Velree's. All right. So, all right, Moog did okay. Everybody did okay except for Trist and Zune. So, and then Marble did okay. So at the very end, Zune goes unconscious
Yeah, short now.
before he gets to the top. Trist, as you're reaching the surface, you go unconscious. Zune, you lose 1 death saving throw. As you breach the surface, Trist, you're just at 0. You are unconscious at 0 hit points. Zune, you're also at 0 hit points.
Short rest.
As you guys breach the surface, and you try to look around, and you guys have made it out. You're just in the ocean. You're in the bay outside of Zenith. You're probably about 400 yards from the beach. And that is your current predicament.
We made it.
Well, Zune's unconscious, Triss is unconscious. You guys have moments to do something. Does anybody have health potions?
Yeah. I've got
Health
plenty.
potions.
Okay.
Yes.
So I will give you a health
Does
potion.
Mo even have any? Let me see.
Oh, no,
Because I'll use one of his because he never likes to use his.
he doesn't.
Potions of healing. Yes, he does. So he's going to
So
use
generous.
a potion of healing on Zune.
Thanks, man.
who
I'll use
is-
one on Tris then.
Zune, you are going
Might as well use one of Moog's. He's
only have 2
feeling
left.
it.
Zune, you're going to recover 7 hit points.
Yes.
You do come back with another point of exhaustion, however.
Just one. My first point.
Just one. First point. Okay,
Right.
First point for you. Trist, you come back. You have another point of exhaustion.
I know the rules. I roll for my hit points.
All right.
Hmm.
As you guys are out, you guys are floating out here now, out in the ocean, hundreds of yards from the shore.
4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. What are we?
As you look up, there is barely any sunlight. It's almost gone, so you know it's late afternoon. It is heavily raining. Clouds are getting darker, and as you look towards Zenmith, most of the town is completely submerged, more so than the day before.
I say we put ourselves at an angle and head towards
west.
the coast.
You guys are just everyone's going to try to swim. Just swim west. You're not going to swim towards the town. You're going to swim just west. Just
go back towards the town.
And an angle toward the city. Not directly to the city.
Yes,
My idea was like towards the coast and a western angle. So
yes,
okay, but still towards the island. You're not like fucking swimming out in the middle of the ocean. That's what I'm making sure. Okay,
we're not that strong swimmers.
I can tell you right now, none of you are that strong of swimmers, especially in your current state. After the day you've had, with no rest, I might add.
Yeah. A 2-hour swim underwater is no joke.
No, it's not. This would be like, it would be so exhausting, so mind numbing, as all of you are pushing forward. Let me roll. Okay. You guys are moving forward. Point of note, Trist passive perception is a 19, right?
Can he still contact them? Was that still a thing, or did he use it already?
He has another scroll, but he can't use it in the water.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure before.
Yeah,
things got to.
Did you ask them to sail back? Because I can say that happened. Did you want him to sail back?
I think we were going to wait until we surface. I don't remember, though. I honestly don't remember.
I thought the plan was to try to get him to meet us somewhere.
Okay.
In town, but
do you want him to? Are you trying to swim to the shore and then leg it down that way, or did you want him to sail back to find you guys?
That would be. I thought we'd probably try to leg it because I knew we wouldn't be able to be out in the water the entire time.
Well, then I'll say that he's out there. He didn't give me any more directions, so he still has 2 scrolls left for contacting. Okay. And you guys are making your way towards the land. And you know it's not the town because you see like this swampy trees that you guys are swimming towards. And you spend another 3 hours just like, you in your exhausted states, just swimming as much as you possibly can, and you finally make it to the edge. Trist, with your 19 passive perception, you do see, tailing you, not too far behind you, extremely large fins in the water. Multiple fins.
Oh.
They don't look like shark fins. They look like something that you would see on like an eel, except for they're the size of like a small sailing boat coming out of the water. Like ridges, almost like fins. What would you call that?
That's a large fin.
It's just a big ass fin. It doesn't look like a shark fin though. And
the dorsal fin,
kind of, yeah. Except for you see multiples, like in a line. You see like somewhere like 3 or 4 big ass fins. And as you guys are getting closer and closer, you make it to the treetops, and you see as a head rises out of the water. It's snake-like, serpent-like. It is not the aspect of Dagon that you think it is. However, it is a huge sea serpent that is out here in the water. As it kind of
Add that to the list of things.
It kind of lifts its head up as you guys you begin struggling, pulling yourselves through the woods. And it sees just a couple small little morsels and then loses interest and then ducks down below the waves.
Just gonna cry.
As you guys clamber yourselves into the woods.
Marl did say he was attacked by a sea serpent.
He did say he was attacked by a sea serpent.
Hopefully the enemy of my enemy. Maybe.
I'm going to let Rogar make me a survival roll at this point to try to find a suitable camping location.
All right. 22.
22 is very good. All right. You begin to push your way deeper and deeper into the woods. I'm assuming you guys are going to rest because it's late at this point.
Yeah.
You have no light. You guys are just using your dark vision at this point. Everybody's soaked and tired. Rogar, with your very high survival roll, you actually find like an old, worn-down shack that has been taken by the elements. Long forgotten. There is no path leading to it. It's just out here. But it is at least a brief respite from the rain and gets you up and out of the water. Point of note, I need everybody to make Constitution saving throws for me real fast before we settle anything else. Con save for Mo. God, I hate rolling for everyone. Con save for Velree. All right, let's see here. As soon as that dice disappears, I'll be able to actually see. There we go. Trist not doing so well.
Yes.
Zune, Rogar.
I can't
Mo,
break double digits.
Velree. Yeah, Velree's fine. Trist, you're short, man.
Yes.
Trist, as everybody begins to pull themselves out of the water up onto up onto, and you guys you're no longer, it doesn't seem like seawater anymore. You feel like you're in a swamp, like it's hot, despite the cold weather. There's like a natural heat coming off of just the environment you're in. And as all of you pull themselves up into this shack, who would notice Trist?
We hear banjo start playing.
Let's see here. They both rolled a 10. Why don't Zune and Rogar give me perception tests real fast?
Not good. 9.
Not good. How about you?
And that's
21.
disadvantaged,
Okay,
right?
good.
It's fine. It's this is not important. It's just
Okay.
yeah. It's just kind of funny because Zune, you're the last one to pull yourself up. You're so tired. Trist is right ahead of you. As he pulls himself up, his jacket kind of flays out, and you notice that there are about 6 or 7 large leeches attached to Trist and Varel. As he pulls himself out of the water, and he's like, "Oh," and you're like, "Oh shit." I don't feel so good. And
Got that
then
fine elven blood.
Does he pull a Lost World?
Tristan Varel is poisoned currently. He has the poison condition until someone can remove the leeches and cure his disease that he's now contracted.
Ooh.
His
Guess
disease?
what?
He has contracted a disease.
Well, am I conscious?
You are conscious.
Well, Tristan Varel will pull out his Heartstone
Oh,
that
shit.
he got from who knows when. That cures any disease.
It does cure any disease. Tristan, you're like, I don't fucking feel so good. Somebody has to pull the leeches off of you.
I'm gonna point them out. I'm gonna.
And Velree's like, no one touch them. And Velree comes over there.
She's gonna eat
She's
them.
like,
Oh,
starts
yeah.
ripping into them when she starts eating them.
I'll show you, bloodsucker.
Do the uncomfortable smile, like,
You're like,
and just kind of like try to gauge
Marble's just
reaction.
oh,
Feral beast.
it's horrible.
used
Trist, you're just
to
like,
it.
there's one more. There's one more. And she rips it off, big fatty. I mean, these things are like a foot long. Starts eating them. Afterwards, Trist, you're like, oh, I don't feel good. And then you take out the Heartstone. Does it
look away, Marvel.
Does it disappear when you use it?
I don't know. All I wrote down it cures any disease.
It does cure any disease.
That's all I wrote.
You got that from a hag that you guys had slain. A certain night hag. It was one of her possessions.
Killed so many,
Yeah, I'll say that you killed her on a ship. It was an epic battle. Whatever, nobody remembers it. Well, he doesn't remember it because he was getting stabbed in the back by an imp and dying.
That's true.
So Tris takes out the Heartstone, and we'll say that you shave a little bit off, and I guess use the powder. You don't need to have any like alchemical means or anything, do you? So I'm going to say you just kind of use it. Summon some of your very dwindling magic reserves that you have right now.
I got one spell slot left.
Okay, well, we'll say you use the last spell slot you have to empower this material, and you're able to kind of salve it onto your wounds, and in so doing, your disease is pulled out of your body. And it's kind of absorbed into the kind of powdery mush that you made, and then just slumps off, and you feel better.
Yes.
So you guys begin to take sighs of relief, starting to make your camp inside this structure. Are you guys making a fire to dry out, or are you guys going to leave yourself sopping wet?
Rogar's basically naked anyway. He's got some furs.
Yes.
He doesn't care.
I mean, Rogar's probably fine. It's more for the fleshy people that might be more uncomfortable.
I would suggest a low fire. Just not super big, but enough to generate some heat.
I mean, I can precipitation a small campfire according to the spell.
No, yeah, of course you can. With suitable materials, that is.
Sorry, it doesn't say that.
Well, let's be honest. Sopping wet swamp logs, they're not going to be easy. They're not going to be easy to ignite. I'm sure you guys are adventurers.
Could I find some stuff with my survival roll?
I'm sure you guys bring fucking kindling in your bag of holding. I'm just going to assume you guys have some of this shit with you. Maybe not like an ass load, but at least enough for a few camps. So you guys are able to easily make a small fire for yourselves to dry out at least. And you begin to rest for the night. Watches.
We'll take one.
Of course.
First watch. Rogar. Any other volunteers? Moog's volunteering. I got you, Rogar, brother. Let's stay up and, I don't know, we can, like, talk about man things and baby's arms and my 10-foot reach as he, like, grabs a hold at the top of the shed and he's just kind of, like, dangling from it. He's, like...
Exactly.
Swaying back and forth. The rest of you begin to bed down. Go ahead and give me a perception test, Rogar. And Moog will give one as well. His is at disadvantage.
I would give for me 11.
It's going to be a 4 from Moog. So, the first watch, Rogar, Moog's kind of like, he's just kind of like swinging a little bit, looking out. Oh, well, Rogar, we never did find my cousin.
That's
Moog wouldn't remember that.
That is also true.
We didn't even find any leads. I even sketched this beautiful portrait. He pulls out the portrait of his cousin Zidrin that he drew for you guys. We didn't even show anybody.
No guy. If Zidrin was here, I assume he is no longer.
I know. I was hoping to have a lead.
These people seemed unhelpful.
Maybe something will fall in my lap. It always does.
It's true. You have a remarkable luck about you. You
Well, I
have been saved from death twice.
I'm the heir of
Granted,
Boag.
you
Of course. Runs in my blood.
Yes. Heir of Boag. I believe you mentioned
Yes.
some sort of tree.
Yes. The bugbear tree.
Mm.
Where we come from. Like fruit. Low-hanging fruit.
The fruit of the bugbear
It's where
tree.
we developed our 10-foot reach.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. We were hanging, and it elongated our arms.
Fascinating.
At least that's what my uncle always said.
And his name?
Well, that's not important.
Hans?
Hans?
I'll let Dan fucking say that. I don't fucking know his name. I don't know off the top of my head.
And you are the heir of Boag.
Boag, yes, Boag.
The tree is Boag.
The first bugbear come from first bugbear comes from Boag, yes.
And Boag is the tree.
Boag is the source of bugbear.
I don't believe we are progressing this conversation.
Confusion. I am confusion.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Is the first bugbear named Boag?
Yes. It takes there's a long pause.
Yes.
Like way longer than what I even did.
So you are the heir.
That sounds right.
First bugbear.
The first, yes. Founder, Glam Broadjaw.
Interesting.
Wouldn't they technically all be heir of the first?
I just
But I'm not. Okay.
I didn't
Rogar is
I
saying
didn't
the same
invent
thing.
this,
I'm not-
okay?
But
I'm asleep. I don't hear this. I'm not participating.
Zoom turns over. That's done.
Like, that doesn't. Going through every story that I've ever written, like that doesn't make any. Okay. All right. No. Food for thought.
What do you know? Think our watch is ending, Rogar. I guess it's time to get some
Stimulating
G's.
conversation as always.
Exactly. You're so intelligent now, Rogar. I don't know if I like it. We used to be on the same level.
Technically, he was
It's true.
smarter than you.
But was he though?
Rogue was.
He
Rogue
was.
was smarter than me.
But was he?
But
Yes.
yeah,
He
above
was.
average intelligence.
Yeah. Well, let's get some shut eye there, Rogar. Gonna need you in the morning.
I picture Moog as like the bugbear Ash from the Evil Dead.
Yes,
exactly.
Exactly. Comedic relief sometimes. Sometimes he's
Yeah.
badass. I don't know.
Sometimes he's badass, sometimes he obliterates armies, but other times it's like, damn, you're dumb.
Like a Benny Hill movie. Exactly. I know.
Yeah, it's great.
Well, second watch from anyone else?
If I've had my 4 hours, I can take one.
Ditto.
Otherwise, it's going to be Velree.
I'll give you guys your 4 hours.
Thank you.
Zune and Frist. My elves. God damn it, I hate elves.
Jesus.
I will
let me
say
be a human.
I will say the elves get a long rest. Officially.
Can I recover my 1 level of exhaustion?
You can recover your 1 level of exhaustion. Frist can recover 1 of his levels of exhaustion.
Importantly,
And get all your spell slots
I'm
back.
locked and loaded.
Yeah. And I'm going to need perception tests from the two of you.
Holy shit, I rolled double digits.
13 and 14. Okay. All right. The watch begins. It's still heavily raining out here. It's uncomfortable. You guys are staying underneath the canopy of this kind of like sunken down hut that is long forgotten, barely held together. More like some of the nearby trees are actually what's keeping probably the roof above stable. Some of the walls have fallen away, just gone into the kind of muck and mire of this kind of like swampy ground. And as the two of you are looking out, is there any conversation struck?
Doubt it.
Doubt it. Triss is just like, I fucking hate this place. The whole time.
I think we're both thinking the same thing.
Zoom.
I fucking hate this place.
Yeah, Zune's just kind of like, this place is horrible. I don't even want to rest all about it. It sucks so bad.
The penny whistle version of I fucking hate this place.
As your guys' watch goes on, well into the morning, Velree is hanging from a nearby rafter by her feet with her arms crossed because that's what her player wants her to do most of the time. She's hanging there kind of like that. I don't know. Moog is, I don't know, he's made some kind of hammock somewhere between like two trees, and he's comfortable up there like a damn ape or something. And the rest of you get a long rest as the rest of your watch goes uneventful, at least as much as you've noticed. Let me get Velree a long rest. Make sure about her exhaustion, which is reduced down to 1. And Moog's is gone. Awesome. So, the next morning, all of you awaken, besides Zune and Trist, who are already up. I need to reset his hit points too. Yeah, I'll do that. That's fine.
Is everyone accounted for?
Everyone is accounted for. Yes. Morag and Nyarla are still both. They're still both incapacitated for now. What would you guys like to do?
Rogar would have, at some point in the night, clothed Nyarla.
With a what?
I don't know, something like a tarp. I think I've got a bedroll. I'll just tear that up. Let her have that.
Okay. Okay. All right. A tarp.
Hey, protect her from the elements.
She should be thankful.
Of course, yeah. She'd be very thankful, right?
She had very low expectations.
Trist,
so she's great.
Yeah.
Homeboy needs to get on his scroll and contact that ship.
Okay, yeah.
I forgot his name.
Zune, why don't you give me a sleight of hand check? Because you did this for Velree. We'll see how it goes.
Probably not going to go well. You have to not look at her while this happens.
There's
no, she's wearing something.
She's hooded.
She's hidden.
And a bag over her head.
Thank God. This poor girl. All right, sleight of hand. There we go. Please don't fuck up. Oh, sweet Jesus. 25.
Zune is able to take the tarp, the shreds of whatever Rogar has ripped to pieces, and is able to very deftly with his very nimble fingers. He's got a lot of use in those. He's good with his instruments. Some extra thread. Whips up a little outfit. It's not, it's not like fashion runway worthy, but
yes, it is.
It's form fitting. It covers her, and she looks okay.
I was inspired by the octopus priestess.
There you go.
But, yeah,
It's all in there. She looks like she's wearing some kind of primitive garment, but it is clothing at least. As she's fully dressed, you guys are up. Marble. Oh, thank the gods. We made it through the night. Let me contact them now. He brings out his second of 3 scrolls. He only has 1 left now. Opens it up, says some more words in primordial. And he's going to
Remind him to warn them about the sea serpent.
Krudak begins to speak out. Marble to Krudak. We made it. We're ashore to the west of the town. Are you where we discussed earlier? Are you on the coast? Responds. He made some headway during the night. He's been sailing back. if as long as we stay to the coastline as best we can right now with it being flooded, we should be able to see him within the hour, I would assume.
Oh boy. I guess we're moving.
I guess we're moving towards the coastline. Yeah.
Okay. You guys are beginning to move. Trist, you sit there and you kind of jump off. The rest of you jump off into the water. You will notice that the water has risen, even here. Not in Zenmith. It's up to probably like your waistlines.
Let me try to stealth. I know how stupid that's going to sound with us just sloshing through water, but I mean...
Stealth rolls will be made at disadvantage in the water.
Yeah, it's fine.
We already have that anyway.
Well, I don't get to keep that 20.
Nah.
Well, actually, Moog and Velree don't have to.
Ooh, 22.
Ooh.
A 4.
It's a 12.
5.
Velree gets advantage. Even with advantage, Velree only gets a 10.
I got a 22 at disadvantage.
Okay. So, let's see here. Out of all of you guys, the important ones, it looks like Frogar with a 5, Trish with a 4, Moog with an 18, Velree with a 10, and Zune with a 22. All right. What your passive is 19, Trist, right?
Yes.
Okay. You guys begin to head towards the coastline. Who's leading the way?
Marble.
You want Marble to lead?
I guess it makes sense.
I mean, he's spoken to the person, so...
Yeah, he knows.
You see that he actually moves rather well in the water. More of a seaman, as he is. A man of the sea, Zune. God damn it. Watch my words.
Yeah, he's a seaman.
And he's keeping what should be the coast, like the beach, within eyesight, though it is completely flooded, completely. And you guys are kind of in the tree line, but you're shielded from the from the depths as of right now. He begins moving in that direction. After about 5 or 10 minutes, Trist, your spidey sense begins to start tingling. You don't know what it is. You're just like, something doesn't seem right. And it's at this point that you guys get into a bit of a clearing. And you witness as around you in an ambush set up. Forms begin to lift out of the water around you. As all of you are moving forward, you're like, huh? And Trist, you don't have time to call out because you are even caught by surprise because they rolled higher than that. And they get advantage in water. And you watch as large shapes, equivalent of large creatures, about 9 or 10 foot tall shapes begin to emerge from the water. From what you can see from the waist up, they look like humanoids with green scaled flesh. There's no clothing. There's no armor. It's just green scaled, rippling, muscled flesh holding a massive, like, strange looking trident and 2 arms, a fish-like head reminiscent of the Zenmith folk, as the true deep ones emerge around you from the depths, along with a high priestess in tow, who emerges out. You thought you could escape? I will have my vengeance yet. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
How many?
Whispers from the Stars. You are looking at 8 individuals. 5 of them holding tridents. 2 of them looking in similar priestess garb, similar to that of the high priestess that you've seen before. Though these are definitely deep ones. They're not just the Zenith folk. These are like creatures of, be the beyond.
Yeah, kind of like Sahuagin
Kind
creatures.
of, but like super gross looking and very alien. Yeah. And unfortunately, that's what we're gonna have to end it, guys. Oh no. An ambush. Who would have thought? Who would have thought?
I expected us to turn the corner and we would see the ship sinking, so I'll take an ambush.
Yeah.
As the priestess gets one last attempt to grab a hold of Tristan Varel and do dirty things to him.
What did I do?
More likely she just wants to recover Nyarla. But yes, that is going to be it, guys. So let's go ahead and do favorite moments of the night. There's not many of us, so this shouldn't take too long. Let's start with, the one and only Rogar.
My favorite moment of the evening was probably either my conversation. It was probably my conversation with Rogue Raja
God damn it.
as we camped. Discovering more information about the Arafoag. Is his
uncle's name.
Yeah, his secret uncle.
I'll let the player tell you his uncle's name.
Can't wait to pick it up. Later at a different time.
I'm sure it'll be like Cecil or something. It'll be something ridiculous.
Cecil.
That's what Hans.
Uncle Cecil.
Uncle Cecil, the crazy
Hans
Uncle
Raja.
Cecil.
Yeah. Jim Bob.
I know, it'll be something great. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Then how about we scoot on over to Tristan Varel? Favorite moments of the night.
Oof. Out of the frying pan into the fryer, I think is the saying. You try to give us a decision. Either decision's going to be bad. So, fuck it. We're going to go swimming for 3 hours underwater and drown.
I will say, you guys wouldn't know. You got lucky because that tunnel leads to the Demon's Reef, and normally it is full of deep ones. However, they were making their way towards the temple with the aspect of their god, so you managed to bypass them by going to their home where they live most of the time. Instead of going
what
to
they
the
least
nest,
expect.
where they least expected you. So you skirted around them somehow, but you did it. You did it.
Well, apparently she's back for round 3.
Round 3.
At this point, we're just gonna throw Nyarla at her and just say, "Fuck it."
Fuck it. Give it to her. Hey man, that would work. He'd let you leave then. Last but not least, Zune, our bard. Favorite moments of the night?
I think Nyarla being savable. That was because I was thinking we were just fucked at that point. I thought like she's done for at this point, and I really like that you allowed Velree to take the correct action in order to get her and let us get the fuck out of there. That was nice. I don't know, because I would have felt so sad if we had gone through all that trouble, unleashed a demon on the world, and then it's like, well, sorry, you get her body.
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I guess this didn't work out, and no. So it was nice.
Hey.
That didn't fall apart.
You see, both of them, they are dead weight. They're slowing you down.
I
Just
know.
so you know. For now. But yeah, I am as surprised as the rest of you that you actually managed to save both of them. That was shocking, actually. Thought for sure that Nyarla was going to be a goner, but pulled it out. If I had a favorite moment, favorite moment of mine, I don't know. It might have been the look on everyone's faces when I announced that the aspect of Dagon was clawing its way through the tunnels towards you. You're like, no! It was great. It was great, guys. I loved it. But What I did not love was running like 3 extra characters. I did not love that. Not one bit. That was not fun. But we made it through. Next week, everyone should be back to normal, and we'll be ready for an ambush. It's going to be great, guys. It's going to be great. You know, the High Priestess is not hurt at all that you stole her sacrifice and killed her husband. She's gonna have a talk with you. That's all this is.
It's impressive she found us.
Well, yeah, there are ways to find people. There are definitely ways. So, anyways, thank you guys for watching, all of you guys out there. Of course, if you haven't already, like and subscribe to the channel, and do leave a comment down below. All of us enjoy reading them. I like to respond to them if I can, if they have questions at least. And of course, thank you guys for watching. I've been Jumbo Thick. This has been Emberfell Whispers from the Stars. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Have a good day.